What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 Season of Dawn video. Today we'll be going over the Warlock Exotic Promethium Spur. Now, how to obtain this exotic? Sadly, it is a random drop from the world. I'm assuming Zur will sell it in the future, so you'll have to check with him on the weekends. So quickly going over his perk comes with Embers of Light. While Daybreak is active, defeating combatants or guardians creates a healing and empowering rift at their location, so you kill them, and it basically just creates a double rift right there, where they die. Going over PvE, this is where the exotic is more effective. So obviously, it kind of doesn't have as much utility as like some bracers or some other exotics, just because you can only use it when the super is active. Like, it's not activated by anything else other than the super. And I guess the other thing too is that if you're playing solo, like, I don't think you're going to be needing empowering and healing rifts at the same time right after you use your super, because you're going to be taking out all the enemies anyway, which means you shouldn't have any enemies near you, and if there are, typically you'll survive if you're in your super. Now for PvE specifically, I use Bottom Tree, which allowed me to, basically there's a perk on there, you get a kill with Dawnblade, it actually recharges the Dawnblade super meter, so you can actually have the super for longer, and actually use this in strikes just to test it out, see the utility, and see if my teammates would actually utilize the healing and empowering double rift when I killed some enemies. And so sadly, I don't think it's as, I think the concept is really smart. I just think it's kind of unfortunate that you can only use it when the super is active, number one, and number two, it's not really great for solo play. Number three, teammates will only use it if they're about to die. Like, I know for myself, I didn't really utilize the rifts too much. When I killed a bunch of enemies and I could stand at it and hit an enemy from a distance or something like that, it made a little more sense. But in general, mostly my teammates were just sprinting through the strikes, so I'm trying to think of where this could potentially work, and maybe, I don't want to say higher end content, because obviously there are specific like meta PvE builds, but there's probably some sort of build that you could use in a certain encounter that this would be effective in. Now, going over PvP, I didn't even use this thing in PvP. You want to know why? Because you're only going to get about 1 or 2 supers per match, and there's way better exotics to use in PvP, especially leg armor wise. Like Transversus Steps like takes the cake. This, especially if you're only going to be getting your super once, twice, maybe 3 times. Who knows if your teammates will even utilize the rifts, and people get shut down in rifts all the time. Like, yes, you get extra damage, yes, you get the healing, but I see people get dropped out of healing rifts all the time, and the utility for PvP is just not there compared to other exotics. Now for Gambit, this could kind of work. Now again, not gonna say, hey, go to the enemy arena and use this for the PvP side of Gambit, but maybe on that PvE side, when you get your super, it might be helpful in certain situations where you and your teammates are weak. You have your super, you take out a bunch of ads, considering they are in a concentrated location. You'll be able to drop a bunch of healing and empowering rifts, which will be able to help out your teammates. And when the Primeval comes up and you take out all the minor ads there, even maybe like the 2 Primeval Envoy Wizards or whatever, if you take them out, then you'll be able to have healing and empowering rifts, which typically the enemy team decides to come over, and so that could potentially help out your team a little bit. But again, as I mentioned before, it can only be good in those certain specific situations, and it doesn't have the best overall utility. Again, you can only use it with the super, which is kind of unfortunate. Just going over some exotics and perks and whatnot, to be honest, since this can only be activated when you're using the super, you would have to rock 5 super mods, which takes up half of your armor tiers, which who knows if you even have them all masterwork to begin with. And yeah, I mean, that's really the only thing other than rocking Bottom Tree, Dawnblade. Top Tree, like, yes, you can still get kills with the Dawnblade, but again, with Bottom Tree, you're able to get more kills with it just because it comes with that recharge effect. Going over my final thoughts, I am kind of disappointed in this exotic. I think if they like retune it and change the perk, there can be some very cool PvE aspects, but again, if it's only going to be used for the super, you're only using that for a small percentage of the time, which again doesn't make a lot of sense to use this exotic when for PvE you have like some bracers now, and I'm going to be dropping like a Sunbreaker PvE build, and something like Transversus Steps for PvP. Alright guys, looks like we're at the end of the video. Just wanted to cover 3 things with you. Number 1, about support. If you're looking for the #1 best way to support me, there's a link below that'll take you to a 4-minute video that I made a while ago. If you want to go watch that, that'd be awesome. If not, it's definitely not going to hurt my feelings. You can also subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, follow me on social media with the links below, and all that great jazz. Number 2, regarding social media, I have a Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and a few others. If you would like to keep up to date on Destiny 2 related content, be sure to use those links below to find me on those platforms. And number 3, going over the clan, if you're looking to join my clan, we have some spots open on all platforms. We're looking for active players and community members in the Destiny community. And typically we like to play casual PvE and PvP a majority of the time. I'm definitely all about that solo grind, but I'm willing to definitely play with people in the community, like definitely willing to do that. If you're looking to join, there's a link to the clan page on the Bungie.net site below, and all you have to do is request to join and I'll approve it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll catch you next time.